Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Pauline Marie, and I have the Planetary Wave Activation 3. And as I tune into today's energy, today's pre-download, I feel a strong pull towards this theme of balance, but balance around how we seek wisdom and where that wisdom truly comes from. So this does include an inner quest, a remembering that happens within us. Wisdom is not something entirely new we are acquiring. It's something we are recalling, is what my team is saying. So our memory, whether that be cellular, energetic, ancestral, it plays a key role in this whole process. As multidimensional beings, our wisdom and knowledge and intelligence arises from within, and I am hearing it arises from the waters and the primordial waters and the waters within. So this is our connection to source, however you want to name that or call that. So from many ancestors and lineages that came before us as well, their memory lives in us. At the same time, we're developing new expressions of intelligence here on Earth, including our new technologies and our artificial intelligence. So I sense and know that there is a place for both ancient memory and emerging innovation, but it's the balance that comes from that and how we consciously engage with that. So whatever we place our attention on and intention into, we know is what we receive in our reality, whether that's inner wisdom or the external systems. So that's going to shape what we receive in return. So this makes mindfulness of our thoughts especially important. And this is the wave message that I'm getting today. It's especially important through awareness is part of wisdom, and it's carried in this wave activation. So this is an intention to remember how powerful our minds are and how memory itself informs our perceptions, our choices, and our creation and co-creations. So this energy is calling for creativity in all of our endeavors, including how we define and use intelligence. And when challenges arise, whether they be personal, professional, creative, or related to our service to Gaia, guidance is always available. So our spiritual advisors, our support teams can help steer our intelligence and our awareness, especially when we remain open, positive, innovative, and willing to think in new ways. Beautiful. So I also have this sense of today, I felt a sense of that inner seed being activated, that encoded memory within us that carries our own divine answers. This is where we have to turn to. Okay? This seed helps us remember who we are beyond any linear identity. It invites deeper understanding of what it means to be a multidimensional being. So this energy feels invigorating, but it feels like there's something that needs to move. That this wave is going to move something within us, something that could be not serving us. And it's highly mental and intellectual. And it could be awakening some very dormant knowledge within us. So at times this can feel intense. These are frequency shifts. This is like the seismic movements that are happening within Gaia that are coming from the solar flares. It's amplified by that solar activity and the incoming cosmic information. So these incoming planetary waves. So yes, all of this serves us. It serves to enrich us. I'm hearing that even from the Sophia's representation here as well of divine wisdom and the divine feminine. And it's just to balance our divine masculine action. So it feels present as a guiding force and a remembrance rather than like accumulating something or seeking things outside of ourselves, right? Or stockpiling, accumulating. It's not about that. It's again about that will that will bring us into feeling stuck. We need to still flow with this guiding force. So I also sense that this energy we're in can bring some doubt, fears, insecurities, uncertainties. Those things may surface. Those are just moments and opportunities to observe what's arising from old memories, old belief systems, or those conditioned programs that no longer serve us. So by turning inward, we can release what is outdated and remember our truth. Absolutely beautiful. So as the frequency continues to clear, as this planetary wave continues to help clear us, clear these mental disturbances, they will lose their grip on us. They will. So just a summary here, clearing the mind today is key, especially around indecision or uncertainty or external pressures. So I'm feeling a stay close to home kind of feeling, meaning like stay rooted in our inner home, our inner truth. All right. And going within allows this memory and wisdom and clarity to resemble naturally. And it's from that place of remembering that guidance becomes clear and deeply supportive. All right, let's get into some clarity here from the oracle and from the waters. So we always first ask from the primordial waters, what can be supportive for us, or what's happening in this wave 3 activation. And we have stagnant waters. Okay, that I am not surprised. That kind of goes to that whole mental construct that I was picking up on about feeling stuck, about that indecision, about where we place our attention, whether that inner or external. So that can cause that friction within ourselves, and so then we get stuck. So this is a call for shifts. It's a call for flow. It's a call for change. But the mind has to participate in that, right? We have to be willing to navigate that within, the waters within. So the intelligence of the water is inviting us to call upon the intelligence within. It's going to be more perfect here. I love this so much. So how can we flow a little bit more through life's changes? How can we create more vitality and ease and flow into our lives so that our energy is not stuck, whether that's physical, emotional, or spiritual, romantic, just life itself. We have to return to flow. So it's a really great message actually to receive. It comes with it this beautiful opportunity for the shift, for the embrace of change, for the new possibilities. All right, I love it. Let's get a message here from our planetary allies. Sophia wants to come in. Spirit team. Any other activations here? Okay, and we have baby steps. All right. Yes, they're telling us it's okay. You know, it's a long game to go ahead and take that big deep breath. That action, you know, that divine action we're talking about, that we're changing into, that divine masculine action that's balanced and divine feminine, is to follow the intuition, right? And we follow that before it actually even makes sense. So this goes down to, you know, having to listen, having to go in and listen to that wisdom from the key roles where wisdom comes from. That inner quest, and from our spiritual teams, because we don't have the answers, but we are becoming multidimensional beings. So those are coming to us now. So using that intuition more. And what's a simple step we can take towards that is to follow the intuition before it makes sense. So it's grounded action too. So even in wave 2, as we're grounding this energy from our star multidimensional selves into Earth, we're going to take divine, balanced, feminine and masculine steps, baby steps. Otherwise, we're going to stagnate, or we're going to feel stagnated if we kind of don't place our energy within or in the right places, is what I'm really feeling with this card. So, yeah, like this card also is like a high level starseed card, right? And starseeds can become frustrated on Earth where the pace on Earth is slower. But that's a time to kind of collapse those old paradigms, those old timelines, and remember that we can kind of magnetize and pull in our growth as well. So, but just take steps in that direction where we get information and activations that are encoded already in our memory, is what I'm hearing there. Very supportive. All right, let's get a moon oracle on this energy. Let's hear from Grandma Moon. All right, and we have solar eclipse out here. Interesting. I love it. With a message of energetic burst of inspiration. So this is a supportive message here. And I believe there is a solar eclipse coming up. I think it's February 17th. And I believe it's in Aquarius. So here we are. I mentioned in Wave 2, the gentle force, that it felt like this was the age of Aquarius finally in its glory and its arrival. And so that's where we're going to really feel that rebirth. Here I'm thinking a rebirth of how we use our mental bodies, or how we use our intelligence, how we use our wisdom within, how we use the memory that lives in us as a higher intelligent being. That's all here supporting us. And I'm feeling with that solar eclipse now that this is a supportive energy that's going to really shift something for us, really shift something in the collective. Anything else that wants to be said? Let me look at the guidebook on this solar eclipse for a moment. Right, they refer to the solar eclipse, I forgot, as a burst of flame. So it is igniting, again, some of that fire energy in here. We were seeing fire energy coming in Wave 2 as well in our gentle force. So it's powerful moment in time of the masculine and feminine. They meet as the sun and the moon align. So again, Sophia is being present here with Sophia consciousness and Christ consciousness coming together in the alignment of the divine masculine and feminine. So it's an energy that's powerful and ancient, and we understand and become the embodiment of our purpose here in this lifetime. Wow. Okay, that's what's coming for us. So that's incredible and exciting, and should make everybody jump up and down with joy. And I know I have major goosebumps from that. Thank you so much, Sophia and Jesus. All right. I do want to get an archetype that we may be working with here on this Planetary Wave 3. Wow, okay, that popped out, dropped right to the floor. For these stagnant waters, like how do we move through our own internal stagnation? And we have out the thread. Okay, and in this card depicted, there's an arm kind of holding a string or a cord, so to speak, with a inverted rainbow above here. So let me go to the guidebook on this archetype. I haven't worked with the thread too much, but this I know is the path, and okay, it's like a circuit. So it is connecting us to that planetary wave circuit. Here it says, life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning. All right, so it's going back to, where do we get our wisdom? Where do we get the meaning of life? Where do we turn for that meaning? So our life can be a network of distractions, but when we connect to this energy of the thread, so I'm taking this again as what came in that pre-download, right? That inner seed being activated, that inner wisdom, using the ancients, the ancestral wisdom, the memory, the lineage that came before us, and that memory that lives within us, including obviously what we express here in terms of our new intelligence here on Earth. So that's representing all of that. So this can be pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and our spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Wow. Through this happens on the most profound level, and it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Wow. So this is the circuit of meaning from within, connecting within, right? Using that intuition, using those things that come to us that may be outside of what we are used to using. Those messages that come in a song. We may think we even have to find this thread and pull on it, but just imagine that this thread is you. You are already interconnected, interwoven into this. The thread already has you. Yes, so it gives a message here to recall a moment in your life when you felt fully alive, that the thread is waiting for you and the details of that memory. Wow, okay. So this is a strong message of support here to have us be guided out of those feelings of being stuck, those stagnant waters. All right. And I'm just going to get final tarot card here. Tarot. Let's see what pops out. We get one, please. All right. And we have Page of Swords. And this very much looks like, with the sword here, the thread actually. So I'm really feeling this too as kind of where we are coming out of that, but also where we can be leading into. So it's like saying goodbye to that rational intellect in a way, and having like the courage to stand and have a warrior stance. But this card also depicts a winged cat, so it's like it's bringing me like grace and other expressive ways and ideas. It's just bringing like this whole fresh newness to the mental activity, and the swords are the mind. So if reversed, it didn't come out reversed, but if reversed, it can be like mental stagnation, right? So again, it's just that message that the mind is everything. It's so powerful, and it can make us feel stuck or completely free and liberated. So, all right, let's get finished. I'm feeling this message very complete. I think it's very concise, and it also offered some beautiful support with, with that solar eclipse coming up. This is a timeless reading, but certainly these energy shifts are happening whenever you're ready to receive them. All right, and message from the waters is flowing together. So in grace, you live in harmony, you explore. I love this. I love the fact that we flow together. So this is really a message of like finding that soul team. Like we do this with others. Everyone is going to be feeling these stagnant waters, so to speak, but together we can come together and support each other, take those baby steps. We flow together. We have immense support coming in with the solar eclipse and some activation, I think, that's going to happen there, an energetic burst of inspiration and clarity that we'll get, clearing this stagnation of the mental body. And that's riding on the age of Aquarius. And we're all connected to it. We're all already threaded to it. So we just need to take some baby steps towards it. So thank you so much. If you're here, know that you're right where you need to be. And thank you for being here. Much love.